Right, what is going on, guys? Welcome to my my playoff predictions for the Championship League One and League Two for the 2018 to 2019 season. I don't. I thought to myself yesterday. Do I really want to do a Sunderland season review? I'm thinking I'll maybe do one like after playoffs are finished for us. So, guys, the Sunderland season review will be happening after playoffs have done. So I figured why not in between that time I decided to make a playoff predictions just because the playoffs will start this weekend, and I figured why not. So I'll do one for each league, starting from the championship and working my way down. I will be predicting my predicted finals. Obviously these finals aren't confirmed yet, but I will. I might be lucky if I do manage to predict them. So the first semi-final is Aston Villa versus West Brom. Obviously this is the tie of the first leg. Aston Villa, they started the season terribly. They just weren't that good at all. And Frank and Dean Smith managed to get them sorted, and then they cruised in the playoffs and managed to get a fifth place finish. And lately, I don't actually know that then the last time I actually lost a game, obviously apart from the Norwich game on the last year. But before that, they were doing pretty well. West Brom, they've had a pretty solid season now too. They haven't really threatened top two and haven't really been out of the top six either. So they've been in the playoffs basically all season. A lot of people actually thought that they would probably be a team who wouldn't get promotion or be in the top six, but I think they've done pretty well. But I think for the first leg, I think it will be a 2-1 win for Aston Villa. I think that Villa will win 2-1. Obviously Villa Park, they tend to do quite well. Obviously Norwich will forget the Norwich game. They tend to do quite well at Villa Park. So I think I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Aston Villa in the first leg. And in the second leg at the Hawthorns, I think it will finish as a 1-1 draw, meaning that Aston Villa will be going through to Wembley 3-2 on aggregate. So I think Aston Villa will be the first finalists in the Championship playoffs. And the second playoff semi-final in the Championship is between Derby County and Leeds United. Obviously, once again, this is the game which after the first leg, which we held at Pride Park. Derby, they got into the playoffs on the final day, just like last season. They got into the finals on the final day, beating West Brom 3-1. And I think over Middlesbrough Bristol City, Derby team is probably, I don't know, Derby's team probably is the best, but there isn't really much competition between them three. And Leeds, a team who, you could say for the third season in a row have bottled it, but this season you wouldn't feel like they've bottled it as much because they haven't completely fell off. They have kept in relative touch with the top two. But unfortunately, this year they've just missed out. And I think Leeds' form end of the season was pretty poor. And obviously losing against Ipswich on the final day, and Ipswich went down to 10 men. And I think Ipswich, they hadn't won a game all year, which is pretty shocking. I think they beat Bolton. Actually, never mind. So yeah, losing against Ipswich, who finished bottom of the league, and they've been down there all season. That's pretty shocking for Leeds to stand on anyway. And Derby's form ending the season was pretty good. So I think for the first leg at Pride Park, we'll finish as I think I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw for this game at Pride Park. But for the second leg at Ellen Road, I'm going to be going with a 2-0 Leeds win, which means Leeds will be going through to Wembley 4-2 on aggregate, which will then mean the playoff final will be between Aston Villa and Leeds. Obviously, this was a thrilling game on the second last game of the season. Versus 1-0 draw at Ellen Road. And obviously, I think more known for the Leeds' goal, which should it is a fair goal. It should have stood, but I think for the way it happened, the controversial. Obviously, you could argue that I shouldn't have counted. And then for let's change it over. I think for Villa's equaliser, I think that's very good from Bielsa, but I think if Leeds hadn't been caught out for the spine thing, I think they would have ended up getting automatic promotion, maybe even win the league. But no, they hit playoff final against Aston Villa, who got the playoff final last year against Fulham, but they did lose. First game, I think this game will be a tight one. I think it will finish just like in the league game at Ellen Road. I think we'll finish 1-1 after 90 minutes. But I do think that Leeds will win in extra time. I think they will get the winner in extra time. So I think if this was a final, I think Leeds will win 2-1. I think Leeds will be promoted to the Premier League. So that's my predictions for the championship. Now we want to. Now we are in the League One playoffs, and I think personally, as a Sunderland fan and as a League One fan, I think this is probably where the playoffs gets a bit more exciting because there's a lot more competition in the League One playoffs. I think out of all the EFL divisions this season, whereas I think anyone of three teams could win it, but I think in the championship it's pretty easy to call. Same with League Two. So the first game on the League One playoffs is Sunderland versus Portsmouth at the Stadium of Light. Both these teams, you thought maybe December, these two teams will be getting automatic promotion, and the fact that both teams have battled it. Like Sunderland, I say we've probably been. I think it's only the last couple our last 5 or 6 games where we've really shown our bad form. Whereas Portsmouth really after the January transfer window they absolutely plummeted, but then picked themselves back up a bit. I think basically based on how each team ended the season, I think obviously one of these teams would have. I think one of these teams were the favourites to win the playoffs. But I think after what happened, obviously I think one of them has become even more favourites than the other one. And I think for what's going to happen on this first leg at this end of life, I think it will finish as a 1-1 draw, just because Sunderland Portsmouth played a stalemate. The third last game of the season for these two teams, but which was on the penultimate weekend. I think this game will finish as a 1-1 stalemate. I think at the second leg at Fratton Park, I think Portsmouth will win 2-1. So just like in the Aston Villa West Brom game, I think Portsmouth will go through 3-2 in that great, which means that Sunderland will be playing League One football next season. And guys, I know I'm being pessimistic about this, but I think Sunderland really, as don't say it's getting promoted, and to be honest, I know it sounds weird, but I actually hope we don't get promoted because we would be absolutely crap next season. So I think Portsmouth will be heading to Wembley to face either. Now, unlike Sunderland against Portsmouth, I think Doncaster against Charlton will be a lot more one-sided personally. Unfortunately, Doncaster, I don't think that they have a cat in hell's chance of doing well in this playoffs. I mean, you got Sunderland, Portsmouth, and Charlton, 3 teams who could have easily gotten automatic promotion, more likely than the other. But I think Charlton, they based off their end of form, their end of season form, they were absolutely tremendous. Doncaster, on the other hand, and I know they won on the final day, but apart from that, they were a bit of hit and miss form for lads, and I think. Based on I think Charlton will have quite an easy time in these 2 legs. I think at the Keeper Stadium, Charlton will win 3-1, and at the Valley will be a 2-0 win. So that means Charlton will go through 5-1 in aggregate. It's a very big win for Charlton. I think Charlton will be facing Portsmouth at Wembley, and personally, I think the way that this one will go, I think Charlton. They'll be feeling more confident than they would have been 2 games ago, because 2 games ago they were looking to be finishing 4th or 5th, but then frankly due to Sunderland and Portsmouth sitting up on the last day, they end up finishing 3rd. And I think going into this game against Portsmouth, whoever obviously this is the league playoff final, I think Portsmouth, they've played Wembley once this season already. They know what's going on. I think Portsmouth, they will use the same tactic. What did they get against Sunderland? Where first half they will just sit back and not use any in second half, come out guns blazing, and then just hit the game Charlton. I think for this one, Portsmouth will win this one. I think just like the Trophy final, I think we'll finish 1-1 after full time. But I think this time Portsmouth will snatch it next time, winning 2-1. So I think Portsmouth will be promoted to Championship along with Luton and Barnsley. So that is the end of my League 1 predictions. Now going into the League 2 playoffs, where I think it's going to be a lot more. I think there's one team who the winners written all over the trophy in my eyes already, and that is Mansfield Town. And Newport, I think before the final day they were actually in 11th. Actually, in other words, Newport had a game in hand against somebody. Forgot who it was. And then they ended up sticking in 7th place. Mansfield should have really got 3rd place, but lost against MK Dons last day, and so they were finishing in the playoffs. Which I think Mansfield, I don't know, it's between them and MK Dons really for 3rd place for a good month or so now. It's been between them two. And I think Mansfield will cope in the playoffs a little bit better. Now, if in case you guys did not actually know, these two both got promoted into League 2 together back in 2013, I believe it was. Yeah, and so it's pretty crazy that one of them could be going to the League 2 playoff final, potentially playing League 1 football. But I think Mansfield will get the upper hand in this one. I think we'll finish as a 1-0 Mansfield win. I think Newport's form going into the end of the season was pretty good, and a pretty tough team to beat. Mansfield are really unlucky to lose in the end, but I think Mansfield will win 1-0. And then for the return leg, I think Mansfield with home advantage, I think they will take full control and will win 2-1, meaning that they will have a 3-1 aggregate win, and they'll be going to Wembley to face either Tranmere or Forest. Now this one is a lot more close. It's very close, this game between Tranmere and Forest Green. I'll explain why. Tranmere, they got promotion last year through the National League playoffs, and they had it's fair to say that they had an excellent first season back in the EFL, and I think the fact they're in the playoffs, is it overwhelming maybe, and really you could say this, and the same for Forest Green Rovers as well. Like they got promoted through the National League playoffs in 2017. So they're still only relatively new to the EFL, and I think the fact that they're already here, obviously Lincoln got and won the league, but I think these two teams, who both relatively just playing non-league football for a decent amount of time, the fact that one of them could be playing League One next season is a big factor. I think in his first leg at Tranmere, Tranmere Stadium, I think it will finish as a 2-2 draw. I'm going for a high scoring game, so I think it will finish 2-2. But at Forest Green Stadium, I think Tranmere will actually win at Forest Green. I think Tranmere will win 1-0, meaning that they progress 3-2 on aggregate. I mean, like, this one's like tough to call because these two teams are so similar, and it's going to be really tight on the call. But I think Tranmere will get the edge. I think they will defeat Forest Green, and they will be playing Mansfield. And now Mansfield against Tranmere, I think it's maybe a little bit more easy to predict, maybe because obviously the reasons I've already given. Mansfield, like, then again, like these, like, looking at the 4 teams in the playoffs, they're all happy playing non-league football at some point in this decade. So it's pretty surreal that one of them is going to be playing in League One next season. But who that is obviously will be Mansfield against Tranmere in the playoff final. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. But I think this one Mansfield will win comfortably. I think it will be a 3-1 victory for Mansfield at Wembley. I think Tranmere, they are a team capable of shocks and surprises. We all know that, but I think Mansfield will be more up for the occasion. I think Mansfield will win 3-1, meaning that I think Mansfield will be playing Sunderland in League One next season. So guys, that concludes my playoff predictions. So quickly, I think Leeds, Portsmouth, and Mansfield will be promoted into the Premier League, Championship, and League One, respectively. Actually, what I'll do now, I'll go through the National League playoffs actually, while I'm here, and the National League playoffs, because this league only finished, this week actually finished, this one actually finished a lot earlier. So I think we have the confirmed semi-finals. We actually have the playoff final confirmed already in the National League, and it will be between AFC Fylde and Salford City. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, the playoffs has already been decided. It will be between AFC Fylde and Salford at Wembley. Salford got promoted to the National League for the playoffs last season. Actually, no, they won the league in this. Sorry, Salford won the league. From National North to the National League. Fylde have been in the National League for I think for a couple of seasons now. I don't actually know when they got promoted. I don't know why, but I'm actually going to back Salford to win this one. That playoff final is actually this Saturday. I think Salford will win 3-2. I think it will be a very good game. I think Salford will win 3-2. I think just because I don't know, the buzz momentum around Salford right now, the fact that they got promotion last year, they won the league last year, and the fact that they are in the playoff final now, I think means a lot as well. And I think Salford will beat Fylde 3-2. I know Fylde. Imagine Salford actually they could have gone top spot in the National League obviously later on, got that, and Fylde, I don't think they weren't. I don't think they're having the playoffs recently. I think last season they just missed out on the playoffs, I believe. But I think Salford will win 3-2. So guys, that is my now official playoff predictions. Cheers for watching, guys. Like, comment and share. And cheers guys. I'll see you all